Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog Trading video. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, what we can see for the possible market trends. And we're also going to go over the patterns that I'm looking at as well. So make sure you guys sub and hit that thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. Sorry I haven't made a video in about 8 days. I was under the weather and I lost my voice. I mean, my voice was gone, guys. It was like so bad where it was cracking and coming, and it was terrible. It's still a little off, so pardon me for that, but at least I can talk and get these videos out to you guys. So first, we're looking at the Bitcoin chart. This is the daily chart. Each candle represents a day. We also got the moon phases where we got the full moon and the half moons here, or the full moon and the new moon. So we left that. I left that chart up there for you guys because this is the moon chart we were looking at. And right now, guys, we're in a symmetric triangle. You know, we talked about trading sideways for a while, and basically, what a symmetrical triangle is, it's a pattern where the market is really indecisive and the demand's just not there. So, in other words, we're just trading sideways, waiting for the market to show us a direction. Now, there's two different kinds of symmetrical patterns, but really there's a bullish and a bearish, which is if it's bullish, it's going in an uptrend when it happens. Bearish, it's going in a downtrend when it happens. So, I mean, technically this is a bullish one, but at the same time, guys, these patterns really just mean just indecision making from the market. You know, so it just trades sideways. Now, what we're looking for out of this pattern is a direction out of this sideways movement. So what we want to see is a daily or a 2-day time frame closing either above this if you're bullish on this. So we want to see something like this, a candle closing here, and then holding, and then another candle opening up above this trend. If we see that, then we could see more continuation to the upside, something like that. We could see if it happens to the downside, we could see something like this where it closes, test, and then down we go. Okay. Now, if we were looking at a fib, if we were going heading upside, guys, we'd be looking in this range right here. Let me see here. Let's see what we got. Let's do this. We're professionals here. We'd be looking at this range here, if I can get my marker on there, from 106 to the all-time high up in this range here of 109. So we can draw that box in there. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay, so we would draw that box. Let me turn off this lock. All right, let's see here. We got this and this. So we'd be in this range right here. Okay, so that would be the target area. Maybe a rejection, come back down and pop to the upside if we want to see Bitcoin continue on a bullish run. Or to the downside, what do we got here? Well, we got this area right around here. Okay, so this area here. Oh, let me get this locked now. Right there at that 85 and the previous low at 89. So that would be our ranges from here. Maybe a test down there, and then see where we go. Maybe a bounce from there. But this is kind of what we're looking at in this type of pattern. We can draw a triangle here as well. But this is what I'd be looking at when we go move forward here. These two areas. So right around 89,000 and 85,000 in that range, and to the upside 106 to 109. Okay, so that's what we're kind of looking at when it comes to this current range in this chart right now. We did have the moon cycle, guys, that we talked about. We did get a little pop to the upside from that. Let's see what the percentage was. It wasn't that great, but I always tell you guys, you know, take a little 3% off the top. Where we go right here. Let's hide that because we don't need that. Let's see, where was the moon? So if it started here, okay, we could count the wick, but it's hard to get that wick. I'd rather just get it right when the moon opens up, okay? Let's see, we did come down. We didn't hit our 3%, guys. We hit 2.25. And I told you, you'd want to on Bitcoin. Now, if you're trading some more aggressive, it would be about 6%. Okay. If you're trading a stock or crypto that's more aggressive, you'd want to move that to a 6% stop, and then go from there. But, Bitcoin, I usually use 3, because usually it'll pop above that. If it goes under that area, then it looks pretty bad. But so we had a nice little pop up to about 4%. And I told you guys the average was about 3.5. So you would take that 3% and then move your stop loss to your buy-in, which, or I mean, that's what I tend to do. So, or the bottom of the low, which was at 94,000. Okay. On these moons, you could do either one. It just depends how aggressive you are. You can move it to under this low. Once it pops and makes that percentage, and then kind of wait for it. Let's see. And it would not have triggered if you would have done that. If you would have put it right at the open, though, you would have barely triggered it. Okay. So just keep that in mind on how aggressive you guys want to trade. I just erased my other line, didn't I? But you guys got the point. Let's see. We can redraw that, though. Let's redraw that. Right here. Boom. I could do something like this. Come up. Test. Come back down this area and either pop up or continue more downside. So that would be, or create this W right here, this double bottom, and then really go to the upside. So those are the things I'm looking at for Bitcoin currently on the chart. We're going to look at some other indicators as well. Let's check out Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, we talked about this in my video about, 10, 11 days ago, about Ethereum breaking and holding a daily candle, 2-day candle above this area, about 28.15. And we still haven't seen that yet. We kind of got there, but we didn't get that confirmation yet. So we want to see maybe if this next candle can break above there and hold, and maybe we can test this 200-day moving average coming right around 29.34. I think if we can do that, then we can push this trend. And if we can break this trend on a higher term time frame, maybe a daily and a 2-day candle closing above this trend, then we can start to work our way up, to that 3,500 and possibly that yearly high at the 4,100 area. Okay. First, we got to clear that 200-day moving average and also close above our box here, because right now we haven't really done that. We've been fighting. We wicked it a couple times, but we haven't had any candles confirmations of closing above that area to kind of get us where we need to go. Okay. So if you're an Ethereum holder or you're looking at some altcoins and we're still in this bigger pattern, you guys can see it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're on this trend from a long time ago. We do our double trend. So this is our first trend, and you can see how it bounced right here and went skyrocketing back up from this first trend. And then this is our secondary trend, guys. So if this first trend breaks, you want to have that secondary trend to fall back on, so you kind of get an idea on where it could bounce. Okay. Just keep that in mind. And right now we just got this long trend right here that we want to see broken to try to get some more upside here. Okay. So a higher term time frame break above that, and then Ethereum could really start to move. Let's go to Bitcoin and let's look at, let's go to Bitcoin real quick. Okay. So we got our weekly, our monthly, our open. Let's see, the monthly low is at 89,000. Let's see, the weekly low, 93,360. So we're looking around that area. Make sure we don't want to see anything starting to close on there. If we do, let's see if our areas hold up over here that we talked about from earlier, plus our triangle. So keep that in mind. Let's see, volatility. Let's see, it's starting to get going, guys. And let me tell you something about this pattern. Going back to this pattern, guys, when you get to the end of this and there's not that much room left, we're going to have clarity on this no later than Wednesday, March 5th. Okay, so within this time frame, from now to March 5th, we're going to know which way this is going. Okay, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen 3 days from now. It's in that time frame, because usually once it gets to the end of this pattern, the longer this pattern goes, the bigger the move. Okay, that's usually how it works. It's kind of like a tea kettle with a lid, and it's starting to bubble, and it's starting to the pressure's starting to kick in, and the market starts to feel that pressure. So that's where you're going to see at the end of this pattern when we're going to break out. Okay. Now, usually with Bitcoin, guys, another thing with Bitcoin, the reason I chart Bitcoin, because a lot of times it runs the other markets too. Like, not runs the other markets, but usually when Bitcoin's going good, the S&P's going good, NASDAQ's going good, the other markets are usually going good with it. So, Bitcoin's been following the market a lot, the last 10 years when it comes to movements. Sometimes if the market's doing good, though, Bitcoin's more aggressive. It's always been more aggressive the last 14 years. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let's see here. What do we got on the RSI? We got a bunch of mumbo jumbo on this indicator. So let me, we got a little bit of divergence, bullish divergence, but not anything special, guys. Nothing good there. Let's see the MACD. The MACD, we had that cross up, and we went up a little bit, that 4%, but we kind of just been trading sideways. So hopefully the MACD could turn back up to the upside on this, so that's what we're looking for, MACD. Let's see here. What else? Oh, we got stochastic. Let's see what this stochastic is doing. Stochastic momentum. It'll, as long as Bitcoin can close on a daily time frame, okay, daily candle time frame, we're looking at around 95,980. So let's just say 96,000. As long as Bitcoin can close a daily above 96,000, we'll continue to see the stochastic move to the upside with possible momentum. This could look good, but nothing has been confirmed yet, and we're still trading sideways in that triangle. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at for the indicators. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Oh, look, I'm going to show you guys. I think they changed this on me. So open templates, and then you can go to the MAEXP ribbon. Okay. That's what this is. It's a bunch of EMAs combined. And what we want to see, this is on the weekly. Let's check out the daily on this, actually. We definitely don't want to see, we talked about this in my other videos, where we don't want to see this purple, which is the 20. Okay, look, I'll show you guys. Look, click on it. I changed this purple. Default, it's not purple. Okay, so this is the 20 EMA. Okay, so I changed it purple. On the weekly, we don't want to see this on the ribbons cross to the downside. We can come back down here, test it, go back up, but we don't want to see multiple closes and have this thing cross to the downside, because if we do, it'll start acting as resistance. You can see it, and then boom, as soon as we pop back to the upside, which was around like 19,000, and we held it, and this ribbon flipped right here at 25,000. It was game on, and we haven't stopped since. Now, we could fall into it, which we usually do, guys. When we usually get too far out, which I talked about this, you see how we got too far away from the ribbons and we come back into it? Usually that's what happens. Right now, we're in one of those patterns where we kind of fall back. We're kind of far away from it. So we could fall back into this area right here, anywhere from 71 to 89,000, and then kind of regain strength and make a new high. Okay, so keep that in mind. Could we trade sideways a little bit longer, maybe into this range from the 109 to 89? Sure, that's a possibility. We could trade sideways for a little bit longer, and these ribbons will start to catch up. And when they catch up, we'll be inside of it, even at this range. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, but that's kind of like what we're looking at here. Let's look at the daily, though. Let's see what the daily's doing. Oh, well, oh, that's not good. Let's see. We flipped one time back here. We went from 64,000 all the way down to 48,000. Let's see. We flipped one time here on the daily, and we went from 66,000 all the way down to 53,000. We flipped another time here, 64 to 56. Let's see here. We flipped here. It was kind of a flip. Actually, we didn't flip that. It came close, but it did not. Let's zoom in. No, it came in the middle, but it did not flip to the downside. So that one doesn't count. Let's see this one. No, we didn't flip that here, but we flipped it here. So from 29 all the way down to 24. Let's see here. We flipped it here from 28 all the way down to 24 again. Let's see. We did not flip that there, but we did flip it right here from 20,000 all the way down to the low of 15. So guys, on the daily on this, we did just flip it. Okay. I hate using this thing. Let's see where we flip it. Yeah, we did flip. Let's see, is it confirmed? Let me see. This is a confirmed flip. Is it? Is it? It's pretty close. Let me zoom in here a little bit, guys. Oh, yeah, no, it's flipped. We flipped, guys. All right, so it's flipped. Let's see. We flipped it here, and we already got this move to the downside. Could there be possibly more? Yeah, we want to see this get back up and flip. And when it does, guys, you can see the magnitude of it. Look at this. When it flipped last time right here. When it came down, and this purple line, this 20 was underneath, we came down, bottomed out, we flipped it, and guys, we went on a heck of a run. I mean, look at that run. That was what from, where did that flip at? Right here. This was all the way back from 50,000. So it almost went up 100%. It did. Went up 100% after that last flip to the upside. So this downside movement, could it test 89? It could. It could test from that 89 to that, that lower end range. But we also had this move right here when it flipped, right? Yeah, because that's where it flipped originally. We had this move here, which brought us down to 94. So let's see what happens with this triangle, guys. We're still in this sideways pattern. It's looking good on the weekly, but maybe some sideways and down if this thing doesn't turn around real quick. We're going to find out really soon based on this chart right here, guys. Did the moon work out? Yeah, I mean, if you went to Tesla or you went to some of these other stocks, yeah, you got your gains off it. I mean, now everything's going back down. But guys, you got to take it when you get this moon. You got to buy on that moon and take that 3%. I think Tesla got that one got a good move. There's some good ones. Just Bitcoin only got that 4% move, but the other cryptos did pretty well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Guys, that's it for tonight's video. Make sure you guys thumbs up, sub to the channel. Much love to you guys, and peace out.